Hello, and welcome back to Next Best Demos. This one is called Best Served Cold, and this is like a murder mystery set in Prohibition, and you're running a bar, from my understanding. So kind of similar to Coffee Talk. All right, so let's go ahead and get on into it. This is the murder we're gonna solve, but like, why would he leave evidence if he killed her? Like, he just left a cigarette, but that's DNA. Why would you do that? It's stupid. The last drop. Ooh, fancy. Monday 16. Okay. The hazy overhead lights in your speakeasy buzz to life as the bookshop above you closes for the day. The bookshop owner and your landlord, Vincent Floer, takes a seat at the bar and begins mumbling to himself. What a day. Saurian literature is providence bound in leather, but to my customers, my books may as well be doorstops. Everything all right, Mr. Floer? Clearly not. If I ordered a cart of fools and received just one of my customers, I would have gotten my money's worth. Wow. Well, we both know why I'm here. I need a drink, so dazzle me. Preference? What would you like? This evening, a properly mixed Eastern ruby should hit the spot. Okay. Okay. This is the serve button. Let's see if we can cheer you up. Haha, that's the spirit. Okay. Eastern ruby is what he said. Alright, let's see what this is about. It's like a little mini game. Okay. Alright, interesting. Okay. I like that there's a little mini game to make the drink. I wonder if that affects the quality. You know me too well. When I was looking for a bartender to run this place, I hoped for someone as good as you, but didn't expect it. Especially with your background. What does that mean? This place could have been naught but cloudy moonshine and rough customers, yet you are already proving to be more than that. Well, I'm glad that I am exceeding expectations. Supply lines for alcohol are fraught, so you'll have to adapt your drink menus to circumstance. But a recent shipment of vodka from Rusalka came into my possession, and as such, some old classic cocktails are on the menu once more. Lucky me, I suppose. Anything else? Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. A friendly warning, perhaps? My favorite gentlemen's club is abuzz with chat about a crackdown on speakeasies. My companions have warned me that the local constabulary is looking to make an example of the flagrant lawbreakers. Lawbreakers? I suppose that's what we are now. We've opened a bar during a prohibition, even if that prohibition is ridiculous. The law is the law, but what's legal and what's right are not always the same thing. The people of Sara should not exchange freedom for safety. What if we get raided? It's unlikely they would target my establishment. I have friends in the constabulary. But you should take precautions nonetheless. Try not to irritate anyone who might incriminate us, and don't compromise on drink quality. I'd imagine most speakeasies are brought down by dissatisfied customers with loose tongues. I'll be careful, don't worry. Good. You see, there's a reason I bring all this up. Vincent reaches into his inner... Oh, okay. And reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out a folded newspaper. He spreads it on the bar top so you can read the heading. Speakeasy guest found dead. Oh, snap. Is that the lady we just saw? In the early hours of the morning, the body of an as of yet unidentified woman was found in the alley of Maccabi Boulevard. Maccabi police has since released a statement confirming that the crime took place outside a speakeasy and that the proprietors, as well as several guests, have been detained for questioning. This murder is almost certainly the latest in a string of crimes committed on and around the boulevard by the so-called Maccabi killer. Citizens are urged not to attend these illegal establishments for their own safety and to inform local law enforcement if they suspect any illegal activity is taking place. Don't get too bothered by all this tittle-tattle. I don't even know how to feel about that word. I'm certain these murders are fabricated by the puritanical bureaucrats on the city council. Oh great, conspiracy theory. Doesn't that seem like a conspiracy theory? Literally what I just said. It does not. Greedy, joyless politicians are making sure this prohibition is enforced. They can spin tales of crime and murder if it's in their best interest. You know, a Saurian politician is lying when his mouth is moving. Oh my gosh. Damn. The scoundrels are not above manufacturing a villain to scare the populace. He takes a long sip of his drink and sets it down on the table, his fingers nervously rattling on the glass. A murder at a speakeasy doesn't mean visiting one is dangerous, but I wonder if those who indulge in tabloid rumors can grasp that fact. I imagine the authorities will be paying closer attention to venues like ours. They think we offer safe haven to vagabonds and scoundrels, but all we want is to kindle the dying flames of conversation. Imagine their surprise when they see the depth and breadth of fine gentlemen and ladies who will frequent our establishment. But heed my words, friend, be on your guard. I will. We're on Bukavi Boulevard, so the locals are a mixed bag. Consider the customers carefully. My friends especially are people of culture and art. There's no doubt in my mind that some shady characters will show up, but I'd imagine most will be harmless. I'd hope so anyways. A mix of high and low society makes for a good blend. Honey and lemon, wine and cheese, crackers, that sort of thing. Jokes aside, do be careful, bartender. I've invested a lot of money in this place, and while it's yours to use, I don't expect to be sweeping up eyeballs and teeth at the end of the night. Fair enough. Understood. One more thing, we both know this is your last chance. I went out on a limb to give you this opportunity, and I've turned a blind eye to your past troubles. Make sure those troubles stay in the past, and keep your nose clean. I want to know what we did. What did we do? He keeps making accusations, and I need to know. Get it. If you follow my rules, you'll be under my protection, and I promise I'll keep you safe. One hand washes the other. We have a deal. Good, good. Thank you for the libations. I should return home. I hope business goes well tonight. End conversation. See you, Vincent. Every day, we'll bring a different group of customers to your speakeasy. It's a big place, so look left and right to check for any customers on the edges. Click on a customer to call them over for a chat. Okay. Try it out on this person. The woman takes a seat looking exhausted. She squints at you, and she can't decide if you're a friend or foe. Rough day? You have no idea. Although you're on your feet all day serving people with too much money, so maybe you have some idea. Rundown Heights is fully booked, so me and everyone else in the laundry service are running off our feet. There's nothing like changing hotel bed sheets during a spice traders symposium. Ooh, that sounds crazy. You know how frustrating it is to have a fat, bald old man explaining the logistics of his spice trading company and how it made him rich, and he's doing that while you change his sweaty bed sheets? Ooh, gross. I can guess. Sometimes I push my face into a pillow and scream so loud I feel like I'm going to crack the walls, but then I stop and nothing has changed. Sounds like you need a drink. You need a double? Yes, something that feels like being slapped in the face with a slice of lime. A slice of lime wrapped around a cricket bat. I trust your judgment. What flavor do you like? Right now, I'm craving something spiced. I trust your judgment. Okay. One drink coming up. I'm so excited! Alright, let's see what we can make. There are several indicators to the right of each cocktail that provide more information about the drink in question. The question mark means you don't yet know how they feel about this cocktail, while star means that it's their favorite. Customers will also have drinks they like and one that they feel neutral about. This information gets updated every time you serve a customer a new drink. Serving liked and favorite drinks will improve your relationship with a customer faster than a neutral one. Okay, this indicates smoothness of the drink, which determines how long a customer is willing to stay and talk after being served. How many actions you'll be able to take. Okay. Every new topic you discuss will cost you 1 action. Once the action counter runs out, customers will leave the bar. So don't forget to serve them a drink whenever you talk to them. Customers can be called back as long as you have actions remaining, but can only be served once a day. Percentage alcohol shows how much alcohol is in it. The higher the percentage, the more intoxicated the customer will get. Some questions will require a certain level of intoxication to loosen a customer's lips. But be careful, a customer that becomes inebriated will go home. Alcohol tolerance will vary from customer to customer. Now, you know the power of the bartender holds. The better you drink, the better your drink fits the customer's taste, the more affection you will receive. You can also affect a customer's mood as well as how talkative they will be after you've served them. Now, let's make her drink, shall we? Copper bullet. It's literally a bullet shape. That's so funny. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. Oh, I like the copper cup it comes in. Looks awesome. Oh, damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. After a long shift, my brain is buzzing. I can't just go home with all this fuzz in my head. Fair enough. When the Prohibition closed the bars and club, everything else got more expensive. An opera ticket cost a month's rent. That is insane to me. And with everything being so busy, why is it so busy? Well, there's the Spice Merchant Symposium, but there's some big show going on as well. Everyone's wearing their fanciest threads. The women in those sparkly dresses and their heeled shoes. Looks like torture to me. Me too. At the hotel, I only see the clothes lying on the floor stained with peppercorn sauce, coffee, nicotine, and worse. At least the folk going to the shows are clean. I guess I clean up fewer wine stains now, so maybe the Prohibition isn't all bad. She downs a drink, wipes her mouth for any filth. Woo! I'll take that as a compliment. This watering hole is new, right? That weird old guy put me onto this place. The nightcap just opened, yes. The nightcap, huh? Funny name. Oh, I'm Clara, by the way. Mind if I just call you bartender? You don't seem too prissy about the type of customers you get. Grundown Heights has 3 hotel bars, but I didn't fit in at any of them, even when they served booze. The staff bar was all drunken bellhops, the mid bar was full of posers, and the Spire bar would charge me a fortune for just looking at the drinks menu. This place feels a bit more varied in clientele. You got all sorts in here. We're all equal when we walk through these doors. Her smile is warm. She nods a little like she just made her mind up about you. I can get on board with that. Okay, good. Well, I should be heading out. I got bartitsu, sparring classes, and a shift tomorrow, and if I don't get a good sleep, both of those are gonna beat the stuffing out of me. Fair enough. Now that everyone's been spoken to, let's end the day. Alright. Cool. Tuesday. I don't know if this is like number of days past and the deadline. Oh, okay, so we have 16 days. A new customer takes a seat at the bar. He takes a slow look around the room and then at you. He glances back at the entrance a few times, like he expects someone to sneak in after him. Interesting. The man doesn't hesitate to tap at the bar, demanding the attention you're already giving him. What can I get you? How does this place work? Just like a regular bar? No butlers or whatever? I just want a drink. Anything particular? I don't care. You choose. How does this place work? Oh, God. He's repeating himself again. Okay. Ready to serve. He just wants a drink. What do we want to get him? I don't want to get him something that's like too quote-unquote girly. I feel like he would like be weird about it. Let's do the night count, I guess. Haven't done that one yet. Oh, it's got a bat. Woo! Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your drink up. Yeah. Night count. I was initially skeptical about the prohibition, but drinks this strong ludicrously prove it may have been the best decision. He's in a good mood. What is this? Indicates how well liked you are by the customers. Oh no. I got him drunk. I'm sorry? You've probably guessed that I'm here for more than a drink. We have business. Business? That's down today's newspaper, but rather than turning it as Vincent did yesterday, he instead lets the heavy pages land with a thud. Bukavi killer's latest victim finally identified. In a statement to the press this morning, Bukavi police finally released the name of the latest victim in the string of murders by the so-called Bukavi killer. The body of 24-year-old Natalie Reed, a native Sarian and lifetime resident of Bukavi, was found yesterday in the unnamed alley of Bukavi Boulevard at 6 in the morning by a local resident heading out for work. Wild. Police have since confirmed that the crime took place outside a speakeasy known as The Last Drop, which the victim, a junior accountant, was known to frequent in her time off to drink and gamble. The illegal business has since been shut down, resulting in several arrests. Police Commissioner Aldea urges the public to be careful and to come forward with any information that may aid the police in their ongoing investigation as the perpetrator remains at large. Natalie Reed's family has declined to comment. Her employer, Mark Weaver, says only that he assumed she was just late again. Wow! Wasn't even concerned. Have you encountered anyone acting strangely at this establishment? Maybe. You spring to mind. You can tell you touched a nerve. He takes a short breath and leans forward. Anyone who isn't me? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think you quite understand what's at stake here. Did you read the news yesterday? And since you just served me alcohol, that would make this place obstinate. You have a chance to show me how cooperative you can be, and you're letting that chance slip away. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a police badge. His name is Constable Hugo Merton. He waits a moment to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. I'm investigating a series of murders that took place outside established speakeasies. Are you going to shut us down? Speakeasies are, at the moment, one of the only leads I have. I may never say this again, but your business needs to stay open. The killer is using locations like yours, so one of your patrons could be a killer. And you need my help? You'll be helping yourself. If the clientele keeps getting murdered, well, that's not great for business. It's true. For a time, your establishment has protection from me and from the rest of the constabulary. This place is no longer a bar, it's a hunting ground where I will catch a killer with your help. Your first assignment is to interview these drunkards and find out if any of them frequented the speakeasy where we found Natalie Reed. Do that, and I might just extend your time a bit longer so we can figure out who's behind all this. Okay. I really want to do that, but I feel like that's just going to make it worse. I'm guessing there's no opt-out. He shakes his head softly, then pulls the badge from the table and places it back inside his pocket. I did my homework. I know who you are. Just think of it this way. As a reformed citizen, you should be more than happy to help out. You're holding it over me. Got it. I understand. You might not be too fond of the constabulary, but you have to be realistic. Right now, we want the same thing. I'll do it. Jeez, calm down. Good. Any questions? Why should I help you? What was my first task again? Let's move on. You're part of this now. Time is short, and I expect something solid from you soon. Speaking with customers will provide you with clues about the current case. These clues can be reviewed in the notebook at any time. Okay, using the show clue button lets you present a clue from your notebook to the customer you're currently talking to, letting you ask them for more information or confront them with evidence. Presenting clues to customers is crucial in uncovering new evidence to solve your case. Helpful customers may be able to spot lies, provide new information, or provide an alibi, but be careful, showing certain people confrontational evidence may just affect their mood. Okay. This case is the highest priority and you're on the clock. If we don't have the killer in 2 weeks, this gets kicked upstairs to the Confederated Force. And if that happens, my career is in tatters and your bar is finished. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. 2 weeks to prove we are not children playing detectives. 2 weeks to save our careers and our reputations. 2 weeks to make our streets safe and save some lives while we're at it. No pressure. Yeah. Okay, we're on the same page. Now that everyone's been spoken to, let's end the day. But not everyone's been spoken to. Pete Wagner enters your bar. You recognize him by the scar on his cheek. It's been a while, and you don't quite know if you're ready to see him again. He takes a seat, looking you in the eye. You can't quite tell if he recognizes you. You hope he doesn't. Welcome to the Nightcap. Creative location for a speakeasy. The filter looking for old bars opening up again, not basements owned by bookworms. Make me a real drink so I can forget all the weak cat piss they serve in the stacks. Gross. If memory serves, you mix a good cocktail, though usually a bit sweet for my taste. Do we know each other? Let's get straight past this bit of the conversation. I know you, and as soon as I stepped through these creaky doors, you knew me too. I'll get you a drink, Peter. He raises his eyebrow and shoves a few coins your way. Let's see how this new job of yours is working out, eh? Any flavor I can work in there that you like? Going all sweet on me now. Well, I like a hint of coffee to go with my drink. Let's see how this new... Oh yeah, he says that again. So there was a coffee one, right? Okay. Cold winter. We'll wake up home. Coffee liqueur, cream, coffee powder. Coffee liqueur, coffee beans, sugar syrup, espresso, vodka. Let's do this one. Ooh, this is cool looking. The clock. I like that. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your drink up. Yummy. Ooh, that looks so nice. I'm not usually a fan of surprises in my drinks, but this is good. So you're a bartender now. Well, that's an odd one. But if you want to pull a curtain over your past, I'll go along with it. Peter is a criminal. More specifically, he's an enforcer of the feared crime lord Carla. But as long as you don't owe money, insult him, or spill his drink, you should be fine. Strange how that face with the frightening scar can light up a room when he smiles. Though it doesn't happen often, how can someone so dangerous be so charming? Thanks. Your rival speakeasies ain't too appealing. I can see why you're getting busier. The other places either turn away anyone without a duchy, or they hose the blood off the dance floor each night. The last drop was the only one I could appreciate, but it got shut down a few days ago. What's a little blood to you? And what's your jobs these days? My collar is blue and I work with my hands a lot. Some of the other fellows in my line of work have a bit too much fun for my taste. You don't like your colleagues? I reckon my job ain't good or bad, it's neutral. Cause and effect and all that. What I do is a natural result of the system we all live in, and the deals people make. I don't get it. It's neutral? I take no responsibility for what happens to the folk I collect. They knew the deal they was getting into when they took the money. But even though I don't feel bad for them, that don't mean I want to go drinking with gorillas like me who laugh about smashing open some indebted shopkeeper's skull. Yeah, I can see that, I guess. Takes a final long sip of his drink and sets the empty cup down on the table. You're not a complete monster. I'm just Peter, and I play my part without prejudice or pleasure. Like I said, cause and effect. And now, if you'll excuse me, this drink has had an effect on me, and I need to take care of that. Gross. I want to talk to this lady. An obscenely glamorous woman wipes the stool clean before gingerly sitting on it. After a moment, she checks her lipstick in a pocket mirror before readjusting her coat. She leans forward to meet your gaze. Welcome. It's certainly cushy down here. To think this grand a place below a bookstore. How very Vincent. You know Vincent? Yes, he's the man who invited me. He probably mentioned I'd be showing up. He's quite the fan. Her nails tap rhythmically to some invisible music. You can't tell if she's wanting for you to say something in particular. Vincent hasn't mentioned you. No, he must have. Carmine, Olivia. There's probably some kind of list I'm on, a VIP kind of affair. I'm an actress / singer / radio host. If you haven't heard of me, you've certainly heard my voice. Her voice is silky and delicate like a silver bell. You don't mind listening to it, even though it drips with audacity. Lie. Oh, that Carmine. Yes, Vincent mentioned you. Did she tell if I'm lying? Should we lie? I think we should lie. See, we all need a little push to jog our memory sometimes. Perhaps you heard about the time I saved a performance of Dandies and Dames at the Classic Grand? Maybe. The stagehand forgot to leave a prop gun on stage. I ended up singing bang bang noises to finish the performance. Wow. The audience loved it. The director went along with it. The show got middling reviews, but I was praised for my quick thinking and my coolness under pressure. Can I get you a drink? Are you buying, darling? Put it on my tab. I'll be here often. I eagerly await your performance, bartender. Any specific you fancy? Anything specific you fancy? There we go. Something fruity. I love tropical fruits in particular. Alright. Get you something fruity. Pirate's Joy, right? It's very tropical. Pineapple juice, white rum, coconut cream, pineapple slice, cherry, ice cubes. I feel like that's going to be the most tropical we're going to get. Yeah, let's do that. Whew. Every time the red comes out to chase us, I'm nervous that I'm not going to make it in time. I don't know why, because we're usually like way ahead, but I still get nervous. I haven't messed up yet, but that doesn't mean I won't. Astonishing! Flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honest. What a day. Oh, did I tell you about my radio career? She doesn't wait for an answer. Instead, she leans forward and curls her fingers to pull you close. Well, today, I spent the majority of my time reading contracts and starting my own show, you see. Something daring, something bold, something that'll knock your socks off. No. Something that'll knock the socks right off my listeners. I'm calling it Chamomile and Carmine. Classy, right? Absolutely. You're one of the first to hear about it, but well, I suppose I let my mouth run when I'm a little tipsy, so more we'll find out soon. Ha! Picture me in my sultry voice, broadcast nationwide to the people of Sara, even the poor folks who can't make it to my stage performances. I'm so excited. Congratulations. Good things happen to good people, you know? Yeah, sure. Olivia swirls the last bit of her drink and takes a long sip. She wipes her mouth with a tissue before setting the empty glass down beside your hand. Thank you for the drink. I will be back, though hopefully soon. You won't have to wait too long to hear my voice. Kisses! With a slight stumble, she pushes herself up and winks at you and takes her leave. Okay, see you soon. Alright. Ooh, that looks like a priest. What's he doing at a bar? I didn't know he could drink. And it says gloomy priest. A miserable-looking man sits down at the bar. A big cloud follows him. Once he has your attention, he peruses the drink stack behind you. What can I get you? I never understand all these names. Something strong, please. If I'm doing something wrong, I might as well do it right. Anything besides strong? Not really, just strong. Okay. Let's go for the strongest. Make me a drink quickly and with fewer jokes. Okay, fine. That's the highest percentage. Alright. Oop, there we go. Lovely. The world is spinning. My worries have become as blurred as my vision. Exactly why I came here. That doesn't sound like a good thing. I agree. He shrugs, places the glass back against his lips, and downs the rest. When the glass is empty, he wags his finger for you to refill it. How about we start with your name? You really don't know who I am? I'm Father Lacey, but you can call me John. I'm a priest at the church up the road. You know, this is alcoholic. We are permitted. Besides, how could the goddess resent a priest drinking in this city? Is it that bad? If you took confessions too, you wouldn't ask. Fair enough. What do people confess? Everything you can imagine and more. I used to have faith in humanity. Here you go. Thank you. I'll be back soon. Godspeed, John. He downs the rest and stands up. Now that you can see him better, you notice the clerical collar that was tucked in. He tips his head and takes a leap. Honestly, I noticed the clerical collar when he was sitting across the room. Why are you making me so, barely observant? I'm just saying. I don't appreciate that. That's the end of the conversation. And we'll end the day. I'm slightly offended. It made me very non-observant. At the end of each day, you return to your home office where you can review your clues on the clue board and try to make new deductions. Now we can't read it all. Okay. Okay. At any point, you can remove a clue from the board by dragging and dropping it back in the clue list. Should you feel a piece of information is no longer important, they seem to be related, don't they? Let's try linking them together. Click one of the pins and drag the string to the other clue's pin. See what happens. There it goes. I wasn't doing it before. Combined clues are key to your investigation. Building a solid case will hinge on making these connections. Asking your customers about these clues will often lead you to new insights as well. Not all clues can be combined, of course, but if you're ever stuck, try and see if there are new deductions you can make. Okay. To proceed to the next day, click on the coat rack on the side. Okay. Confirm. Oh, there's a whole group over there. Well, well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're a beacon in the night. What do you want? I don't plan on closing anytime soon. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Now press the Show Clue button to open the notebook and present him with new combined clue. New combined clue, okay. Alright. Present clue. The story about the broad that got ice at a speakeasy. What about it? What do you think happened? You read the story. I'm sure the journos did a great job. They always do. Don't be like that. I want your opinions. You're fishing, and for what? I got nothing for you. You and me both know how this show plays out. The papers spin the same stories. The hoi polloi get all worked up, and ain't no one got the real facts except for the ones who know to keep their mouths shut. Any folk who say the city council are fabricating the killings, they got their heads screwed on wrong. Bakavi officials can barely patch a hole in the road, far less stage a murder. I know a professional job when I see one, and this ain't professional, but it was done by someone who has experience, someone who planned it out real careful, and who's done it before. Did you visit that speakeasy? Yes. And? Plenty of folk went there, so don't go making inferences. You know where the line is. No need to see what happens if you step over. Who else went there? Hard to tell. It was a mixed crowd. Let me think. Alina Dragos, the type of rich blonde who don't want nothing to do with me. Last year, she made it big thanks to her daddy winning the jackpot at a poker tourney. Elliot, the sour-faced alcoholic who popped in occasionally. If he was in school, I'd beat the snot out of him and take his milk money. I still might. Wow. And Killian Durand, the rich kid with the baby face and the soft hands. You taking roll call? If this bartending gig doesn't work out, I suggest a job as an intrepid reporter. What you think of that, Scoops? Alright, I was just curious. Let's catch up just like the old days. You don't feel like asking a customer any further questions, you can always press this button. Leave button on the bottom right to exit a conversation, regardless of how many actions you have left. However, if you still have questions for Peter, you can simply continue your conversation. Okay. Let's make him a drink. Maybe just one. You don't want my lips loosening. Who knows what I'll say. That's interesting. We know he likes this one, so let's do that. I think that was a different way that we went this time. That's interesting. I'm usually not a fan of surprise the major, but this is good. Okay. Let's catch up just like old days. Let's see. What sort of drinks do you like? Something pure like vodka. Coffee helps keep me sharp in the wee hours. You work late? You know I do. Nothing good happens in the morning, so best sleep through it. I get a lot more done while everyone else is sleeping out of my way. Despite the name, a cold winter usually keeps me warm during those long nights. I remember. Okay, let's... Shame about her accident. Her murder then. I saw her here and there, and I reckon it's real odd that she got iced. Why odd? She didn't seem like the victim type, you know? Can you elaborate? He tilts his head for a moment, and you see his eyebrows shift, giving you a knowing look. She was confrontational, fearless. Most people are intimidated by me, but she brushed me off. She brushed off my employer a few times, too. Usually the ones that end up victims are the ones who don't fight back. Even drunk, she'd probably put up a fight. Really? I reckon so. Killed from behind, right? Interesting. Whoever stuck her probably thought they couldn't take her in a fight. The police or whoever is holding your leash should be looking at cowards. That's what you should be investigating. Who says I'm investigating? You're asking a lot of questions. People with our background know better. No one ever got iced for asking too few questions. You're right. Hey, if you got someone pulling your chain, I get it. Someone holding something over you, I guess? Maybe. Don't be coy. We go way back, so I get it. Right. Oh yeah, we're back to that. So between us, I assume you never went legit. Let's both assume I'm not in the mood for this conversation right now. Ask me again when your words are as sweet as the booze. That's okay. How's work these days? Good, although I'm being real careful who I talk to these days. Trust is hard earned. You feel the same? Yeah. I'll be straight with you. When the time is right, we ain't as close as we used to be. Let's take things slow. I do. Well, I won't go home, but I can't stay here. Make sure you don't get into any mischief while I'm gone. That's my job. I like that. Okay. This guy's sitting by himself. It's kind of weird. He's moody. A moody-looking man sits down and takes a deep breath and hunches over the bar, avoiding eye contact. Long day? Every day is the same length. Can I get a cocktail? Wow. It's not what I asked. As your hand moves to grip a glass, he holds his palm up, stopping you. Wait. Please make sure it's a clean glass. All our glasses are clean. I'm sure, but I've had bad experiences, smudges and such. One glass, no smudges. Good, I'll have that cocktail. I'm waiting. Any particular flavors you enjoy? Nothing too fruity. I don't like seeds or pith in my mouth. Maybe something minty? Ugh. I don't like his attitude. Coming right up. Hope it's good. Ugh. The mint punch, I'm assuming. I really don't like his attitude. It's fucking rude. Oh, but it was green. Ow. I hurt myself. That's a nice drink. Clean glass. Crisp taste. You watch him down the rest. When the glass is empty, he wipes it carefully with his sleeve, making sure to clean the rim where his lips were. That's interesting and very suspicious. Like he's trying to keep his DNA to himself. Are you a big drinker? There's not much else to do in Bakabi, to be honest. I'm not usually out on days like these, but my date got canceled. Are you open the whole weekend? We are. Good. That's when I usually need to drink. I'm Elliot, by the way. I live a few streets over. Nice to meet you, Elliot. Can I get you another drink? No. I should head home. Thanks a lot for the drink. I'll be back soon. He's suspicious. I don't like that. Okay. Let's talk to this chick. She's cute. The young, well-dressed woman sits at the bar and waits. She doesn't seem the happiest, but as soon as you look at her, she puts on a smile and leans on the bar. What can I get for you? I don't really know, if I'm honest. Too many options. How about I choose? I'd appreciate that. I feel a bit out of my depth here. Something light, though. I have work in the morning. Looking forward to trying anything you make for me. Any flavors you're fond of? May sound odd, but tomato. Oh, we're gonna do that one tomato drink that's like down at the bottom of the list. It'll be the first time we made that one, so let's see. Femme fatale. No, that's not it. Where's the tomato one? Oh, that is the tomato one. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, okay. Bam. I love it. That's lovely, thank you. Places like this are fascinating to me. I'm not used to all this. You're as welcome as anyone. She tilts her head as if she's wondering whether to agree or not. I keep thinking the constabulary will arrest me any moment if my friends were caught. They would pay a fine, but I'd end up in jail. I understand. Yes, I think you do. I'm Maria Popa, by the way. I'm here with my friend Alina. Oh, she was at the other speakeasy. Speaking of, I should probably go back there. I wouldn't want to miss out on another story from Wendy about how her butler is getting fat and her swimming pool is too big. Oh my gosh, what? Good luck. You see her put on a smile, grab her drink, and make her way over to the table. I think she's uncomfortable with their stuff. Because they're probably much higher class. A woman sits down at the bar. Ooh, she's pretty. Oh, it says striking redhead. Oh, that's me. No, I'm just kidding. Her eyes are piercing, and she scans through a thin view, taking everything in. She's dressed up with diamond earrings, a pearl necklace, and a coat that could be mink. What can I get for you? This place is charming, as charming as it is easy to find. When Alina mentioned a speakeasy on the boulevard, I can't say I expected this. Money has flooded in on the Bakabi Boulevard and washed away the dirt, but some of the character too. However, it seems to have flowed past this venue without impact. Can't tell if that's a compliment. I'm confused. Do you like it here? As close to one as you're likely to get from me. I'm Wendy Brooker. You might have heard of my father? You haven't, but she says it with enough confidence that you feel like you should. Well, I don't think you'll need to ask around too much to know my reputation. Impeccable. And if you stay on my side, I'll even think of an endearing nickname for you. I don't know how I feel about her. Okay, do you want a drink? Don't make me beg. What does a lady like you drink? Something strong enough to make everyone look just a little more fabulous, but not too much. Don't make me beg. Ugh. Makes her look more fabulous? Let's see if I can impress you. Difficult task, but nothing is impossible, darling. makes her look fabulous. I guess let's go with the evening prayer? I don't know. I have genuinely no idea. It looks fabulous. I like it. You know how to pour a drink with some glamour. I never doubted you. Oh, and she's, wow, pretty tipsy. I'll take this back to my table now, darling. All right. I want to talk to your friend, Alina. Oh, you're pretty. A young woman sits casually at the bar. Before she says a word, she looks at the list of drinks on the wall behind you, a tad confused. Evening. Hello. What can I get you? I don't know what I'm feeling today. I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. What can you do? I can try and help you make up your mind. Ha, that'd probably help. Okay, let's roll the dice. Surprise me. What did you like again? I want something strong, but I'm also craving something sweet. Alright. Strong and sweet. Let's make you something nice. I'm looking forward to it. Where's the, like... Pretty sweet. Let's see. Strong but sweet. How do you know if it's sweet? I guess because it's got stuff in it. Sugar syrup, lemon juice, red wine. No. It's either gonna be this one or this one. I guess we'll go with this. It's strong but sweet. There we go. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your drink up. Oh, that looks yummy. I'm scared. Well, I definitely don't hate it. Thanks. I don't know how to feel about that. How have you been open? Have you been open long? There we go. Not particularly. I thought this place seemed new. Below a bookshop, too. I used to come here to buy books when I was a kid, whenever my father gave me pocket money. Either way, consider me sold, I guess. How'd you afford somewhere on the boulevard? Vincent owns the place. Right, right. Anyway, I'm Alina Dragos. I brought a few friends along, and we're already a bit tipsy if you haven't noticed already. Shouldn't have to tell you that. They reek of booze. You hide it well. Yeah, we found a bottle in the basement, and we're celebrating our friend's birthday. Anyway, I'm gonna go look for my friends. I hope they haven't wandered off. Take care. Oh my gosh. You too. I want to talk to the last guy. Oh, look at his face. He looks so snotty already. I don't know if I want to talk to him. Before he even sits down, you can tell this man has an attitude. Yes, I can. He frowns at the bar, his seat, the drink selection, then you. Oh gosh. Snotty! You wish you weren't so good at handling men like him. You've had more experience than you wish for. Oh my gosh. He looks your way when he sits down. When you don't immediately give him attention, he taps the table twice. Disgusting. This man gives me so much ick. What can I get you? Surprise me. Give me some hints? Well, I'm a big fan of rum, I think. You think? You watch him try to get comfortable in his seat. He looks over his shoulder at the three girls he came in with, then regards you with an urgent look in his eyes. You're the bartender, so tend to bar and serve me something. I don't drink too much, and my parents are into wines, not cocktails. I can handle that. Sweet with a touch of rum. Alright. This is sweet with some rum. What else has rum in it? I think it's gonna be the mint punch because it's sweet. I don't think you go the same way every time. I think it's set up differently. I like that. Gives a little variety to it. Oh, this looks fine indeed. I'm Killian. He's in a good mood now. You might have met my parents at some point, the Durans. Oh, hey! We were just talking about the Durans. They were at the other speakeasy, too. Might have. You might have met a doctor with that surname, though it's fuzzy. Fine people, though, I suppose, as private doctors, perhaps a bit out of your price range for healthcare. Oh, disgusting. With that, he pays, turns around, and goes to sit back at the table. Ugh. Did not care for that interaction. We're gonna end the day. It said warning. I didn't read the warning. I should have. Peter confirmed, okay. This together. Okay. Alright. No, I didn't mean to do that. Cancel. In the evening and go to the next day? Yeah, sure. We didn't get much, so might as well keep going. See who comes in today. Oh wow, we've got... Oh, they're sitting together. Interesting. Constable Hugo Mertens marches down the steps to the bar, his hands deep in his pockets as he inspects the other guests with confusion. After a moment, he makes his way over to you, pulls over a chair, and sits slightly too close. Constable Mertens. Barkeep, seems like business is booming. I never thought a life of crime would be this social for you. This is my job. These patrons could pass for respectable. Maybe they are. They're good people, mostly. Yes, well, I just wanted to check how much you know about these supposed good people. Someone on this street knew her. Use that knowledge to your benefit. If you have anything worth sharing with me, I'll be staying here for a bit. Potential patrons. Present clue. So Elena Dragos, Killian Duran, and Elliot Lynn are all frequented the last drop around the time before Natalie Reed was murdered. And you say you got this information from Peter Wagner? Mr. Wagner is well known around multiple police stations throughout Bukavi, and the only reason he knew all this was because he was present at the time as well. So let's add him to our little list of suspects, shall we? What happens now? Now that I know I'm not wasting my time with you, the next step would be figuring out which one of these four might be our killer. Hugo pulls out two photographs from his coat and hands them over. The first one shows an ornate decorated lighter lying on the pavement. That is a fancy-ass lighter. The second shows a nasty-looking syringe. It is empty, and small bits of blood can be seen around the needle. I want to say it's him because his parents are doctors. It'd be really easy to get a syringe from them. I'm just saying. And he has this weird attitude and this weird, vibe. And he was taken out with 3 women. And, kept staring at them. And I don't know. He gave me so much ick. Maybe I'm biased. These 2 items were found at the crime scene. Check around and see what they mean to our suspects. Any more questions? All is clear. Good. One last thing. Hand over your notebook. He placed the notebook in Hugo's outstretched hand. He pulls a pencil out of his pocket and quickly adds a new selection at the back. After looking it over one last time, he hands it back. I added some questions I need answers to when reporting my findings about the case. The detectives at the station use this method to put together a case. I intend to do the same. First, we need a suspect to investigate. We narrow it down to 4 people already. We narrowed it down to 4 people already, but given we're working with a serial killer, we can only get a warrant for 1. After this, we need solid evidence to confront them with. The 2 things I need answered are: what is the killer's motive? And what evidence proves the killer was present at the time of Natalie's death? If you can find clues that answer these two questions for any of these suspects, assign them in the section I added and hand over your notebook so we can review your findings. But you can only submit a suspect once, so you have to be sure, and you should also consider evidence that might clear a suspect. Will that be enough to convict them? On its own, no. But it's much easier to get a confession when you're presenting solid evidence from there. It becomes a lot easier to arrest someone. Don't make me regret my choices here. I trust you with enough information to get me in an uncomfortable position. Let me down and I'll make sure things become very uncomfortable for you. Got it? Are you threatening me? Excuse me, sir. Not cool. Okay, brand new case tab. It won't let me do anything. I don't understand. Oh, I gotta click the notebook up here, not down there. Okay. Evidence will be displayed here. Okay. Okay. Once you submit a culprit, your answer can no longer be changed. You only get one shot. If you submit your case before the deadline has passed, Hugo will leave to present your case to his superior and won't return until the final day. It's up to you to find the evidence on all suspects and figure out who is innocent and who is guilty. Their fate lies in your hands. Good luck, bartender. Prepared to answer any of your questions. About you, what sort of drink do you usually like? Something with coffee, why? It's my job to know. I suppose it is. Do you memorize everyone's favorite drink? I try. Well, that's an admirable goal. But let's not get too chummy. If you want to scribble this in your little notebook, I like anything with coffee because we drink it a lot in Belgium. Reminds me of home. Noting that down. I'm prepared to answer your questions. Constable Hugo Mertens. That's all you need to know. Okay. About the syringe. A murder weapon is particular and devious. It's some sort of lethal toxin. Back before the prohibition, it was slipped into drinks, but since then, most of the victims have been found with a puncture mark. From this needle? Correct. We tried to see if it's a special type that was used, but unfortunately this one is unavailable at any pharmacy. Doesn't help that it's basically the industry standard for any medical profession in Zara either. Whatever the nature of the toxin, it wasn't fast. Perhaps the killer wants to watch the victims suffer a bit more before they die. The victims each have a different puncture wounds, arms, legs. But in this case, it was the back of the neck, so the perpetrator attacked from the rear. The tests that we have run so far are currently inconclusive. Damn it, if this was back in Belgium, I'd know how to find better toxicologists. Do you know any toxins that have these effects? Many simple chemicals can be lethal when injected. This perpetrator has chosen a cruel implement to achieve his goal. I am making the apprehension of this villain my sole mission. We have to stop him. And let's see about the lighter. It was close to the body, and it was quite ornate. It has a pattern on it, metal flowers skirting the edges. I asked around a few tobacco shops and always got the same answer. This one is custom made. We might guess the killer is a smoker. Only a few million of those. Nasty habit. Yes, that doesn't narrow the field too much. Okay. I'm gonna make him a drink. Let's do cold winter. Ooh, this one's cool. Not bad, not bad at all. Very pleasant, actually. I'm prepared and... Oh, yeah, we did that. Okay. End this conversation. Alright. I want to talk to you. Bartender, we meet again. I need a drink. Please surprise me with something nice. That tends to happen if you visit. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? Something that can get me drunk without it feeling like I'm drinking alcohol. Elaborate. I love the light sugary stuff. I think your mint punch fits that bill. Got it. Let's make him... Need a drink, Killian? What else would I be here for? The ambiance? Make him a drink because I wonder if he'll get more talking. Well, this looks fine indeed. Alright. Alina's a lot of fun to be around. She's like summer sun bursting through clouds. Poetic. Very bubbly. Funny that someone like her can come from such a poor family. Lots of personality. Sometimes what comes out of her mouth sounds like an intellectual gibberish to me, but even the most frivolous words are kissed on the way out by those heavenly lips. Interesting. It's something to do. Nights are boring without parties. That's it, really. Killian seems to be hiding something. Perhaps serving him enough alcohol will make him talk. A little. I saw her at the Hotel Jubilee a while ago. I saw her, greeted her, and she threw up all over my new suit. I helped her get a radio cab home. Really? Yeah, she was a bit of a mess. My father always says, loose women of meager means lack the ability to handle alcohol with grace, like more refined ladies. You know she's dead, right? Yes, Alina told me this morning. I was rather sad, but more in that fleeting, oh, maybe I'll die one day sort of way. I didn't really know her, so I'm not going to correct him. But, okay, yeah, we're done. Yeah. Have fun. Okay, let's talk to Alina. Hello, hello. What does a girl need to do to get a drink around here? Evening, Alina. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Let's start with what sort of drink you like. My favorite has to be the poison drop. Nothing tops that. Very specific. Hey, if you don't tell people exactly what you like, how will you ever get what you want? Good point. It's better than Maria's anyway. That woman likes tomato in her drinks. It's indecent. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay, I'm gonna make her a drink first. Need a drink, Alina. Yes, get me drunk. I'm going to enjoy this one. Delicious. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Okay. What do you do for work? Nothing. I guess you don't need to. Exactly. My family's fallen into wealth through sheer luck, and I won't let us fall out again. I have plans to keep us where we need to be. My dad might end up losing his fortune again, but I'll be glad to take him in when that time comes. Did you ever work? Sure. And for a man who... It doesn't matter. That's all in the past. That's weird. What do you know about Natalie Reed? I'm not talking about that evil floozy. I'm here to have a good time. Oh, shit. She seems very guarded about the topic. She also seems to know something. Perhaps she's more talkative when drunk. Okay. How are you finding your time here? pleasant crowd, mostly. There's a few people here that I'm not on great terms with, but it's a bar, so that's to be expected. Whew. I'd rather not get into it, honestly. Do you? Who? How'd you guess that? Just instinct. Ooh, okay. He's a piece of work, all right. Especially when he's drunk. A few months ago, before Prohibition, I was at a casino with my father on my birthday. He wasn't exactly going to bake me a cake, and I didn't want to be alone all day till the club's open and I could see my friends. So I figured I'd take an interest in his hobby. Okay. And while Dad was playing Baccarat, Elliot made a play for me. Creepy. Obviously, I turned him down pretty quickly, but I remember him getting so angry. I tried to brush him off gently, but he really didn't get the message. I've dealt with fellas shouting at me before, but this was different. The more his rage built, the quieter he got. But you could tell he was losing control, shaking. I clung to my dad after that and didn't go back to the casino, but I'd still see him around sometimes. It makes my skin crawl. Sorry you went through that. Don't be sorry, be cautious. He has a few screws loose, if you ask me. We'll keep that in mind. Let's catch up on all the gossip. That's it. Okay. Oh, wait, there's more. It's complicated, but I'm seeing someone, even if some people might prefer me to be. Who prefers that? Maria, mainly, though I can't say many of my friends approve of my love life. Why not? Many reasons. I guess if we discuss in the abstract, we can talk about this, even if it's a difficult subject. Sure. I guess what I can't decide is, how do you choose between your best friend and a potential partner? I mean, what's more important, old friendships or new love? Love comes and goes, friends are forever. Follow your heart sounds complicated. I thought she wanted me to be happy. I must have been wrong. I don't know. Is a friend supposed to support your choices? Or is a friend supposed to tell you the hard truths you don't want to hear? Friendship is about honesty. You might have a point. I need to think about this. I should talk to Maria. We could talk about anything, or we could. But we've been through a lot. I hope she understands that this time the guy I like is different. Is he really different? Yes, I think he is. Okay. Wait, is that the time I should get going? Okay. Is he Elliot? This is Elliot, right? And he's a smoker. Okay. We discourage smoking. These are menthol, and they make your breath smell good. No, they do not. If you must, I must. What do you need from me? What sort of drink? A well-made one. Do I need to be more specific? I think you do. Yes, well, I suppose that's reasonable. You cannot expect a bartender to produce quality drinks without suitable direction. Exactly. Something minty with soda. I like to feel fresh and awake after a drink. Alcohol doesn't make you sleepy? I've developed my constitution till it no longer inhibits my focus. Alcohol sharpens my senses. Really? Indeed, and a drink with a clean mouth feel livens the senses, not to mention how much it encourages intimacy. I don't like him. No! Some men are born for better things and they deserve better drinks too. I think he's the one who did it. Is there anything else with he likes the mint. Oh, yeah, this is his favorite. Okay. That's a nice drink. Clean glass, crisp taste. Okay, I really want to know if he's going to wipe his drink again, because it just seems so suspicious. I don't know who that is, but Kavi is a big city. Would I even remember her? She works nearby. This is Bukavi Boulevard. Everyone is nearby. Thanks anyway. He was defensive as crap. What do you do for a living? I work for the Arrondissement Property Registry. It's a very important position in the municipality. Oh my gosh, municipality. I know it's supposed to be municipal. Municipality? I don't even know. Oh my gosh, it's not coming out right. I hate that. Though often the plebeians treat me like a clerk rather than a senior individual with a great deal of power and influence. Do you enjoy it? It pays my bills and gives me time to pursue other interests. What else is there to expect from a job? I make more than most people, that's for sure. Is money important to you? No, but I find it's a good indicator of value. Right. Let's ask about a hobby. What benefit would we gain by sharing such detail? I'm a customer and want nothing more from you than the drink. Do you have any hobbies? I collect stamps. I inherited a collection from my father and I'm struggling to get rid of it. Stamps? Yes, the little square boxes you put on letters. I'm trying to trade the rare ones to become independently wealthy, but it is going averagely. Do you like the art on them? You don't want to keep them? I don't consider hobbies to be a very masculine pursuit. Men should aspire to spend their time on things of value, such as bettering society, exploring the natural world, mining precious metals, colonizing the subcontinent, constructing large towers. Do you do those things? No, I mean men in general. I don't like his perspective. I don't want to do the reputation part. I want to do this. Is that a joke? I avoid him, as should you. Why should I avoid him? Oh gosh, he's a villain. Everyone knows that. He works for that loan shark, Carla. Everyone pussyfoots around him, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. The point is I don't socialize with men like Peter, nor should anyone with common sense and decency. Okay. Let's talk to Carla. Quick, you gotta set me up. I'm in desperate need of a drink. What have I missed? Let's do this. Gonna sound weird, but something spice. I love ginger ale in my drinks. If I didn't have to be so careful with my coin, I'd only ever drink copper bullets. Is that weird? It's not that weird. Glad you think so. Alright. Let's make her copper bullet. So we're gonna make her copper bullet, unless there's anything else with the ginger ale? No. And I know that's her favorite, so. There we go. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your drink up. Pour it out. Oh, damn, this is perfect. Don't let me have too many of these. Alright, let's catch up on things. Let's see. Tell me about your job. There's 5, maybe 6 interesting things about me, and my job is not 1. You really want to hear about the hotel? I'm curious. I'm a maid, believe it or not. I spend most of my time cleaning up after messy, entitled people. Before Prohibition, I worked the mid-bar for extra money. The tips were decent, and less cleaning of bodily fluids was involved. Do you like your job? God, no. Do you? I like my job. Lucky you. One day, I'll get out of Bukavi. I'm too old to compete in the martial arts now, but if I wasn't trapped, I could get at least I could at least grab an airship to anywhere else, really. Why are you trapped? I'm in debt. If I stop working, it'll get worse. Once I've paid off everything I owe, maybe I can quit and find something better for me. The friendly local loan shark Carla won't send her goons after me as long as I keep paying the interest on my debt. But with the wages from the hotel, I'm not making a dent in the amount I owe. Yeah, I know what Carla's like. No use worrying till I get wrinkles. Sifu says rainbows need rain, so I guess this part of my life is the rainy season. That is such a nice analogy. I like it. I'm sure the rainbows are coming. Alright. Hobbies. Now I work in the hotel, so my shift starts early and finishes early. I have later afternoon and evening to myself, but I'm training real hard just now. Training for what? My gray belt. That's a martial combat thing, right? It's a Bartitsu grading symbol. When I take my Sifu down to the mat, I gain the gray belt. Good luck! I'm gonna ask if she knows Natalie Reed. I guess I've seen her a few times before the murder. She was in the Spire Lounge in the hotel a lot. Same as Elliot, Olivia, and even Alina once or twice. Did Natalie mix with anyone else? I saw her and Olivia order together at the bar. That stuck with me because Olivia is kind of a big deal even amongst that lot, and everyone formed a crowd around her. I saw her hanging out with Elliot once or twice too, usually away from the bar though, over at the Vantage booth. Interesting. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, now that I think about it, Alina brought Killian along too. I remember that pretty well because he asked me out. I mean, I don't wear a badge or anything, but I do look like I'm out here trying to... But do I look like I'm out here trying to date men? Wow. No, I get it. Okay, last question. What do you think of Maria? She's a decent sort. I saw her once or twice back when I worked the bar at the hotel. It seems Clara is being nice when talking about Maria, but you can tell there's more to the story. Okay. Oh wait, I have work tomorrow. I gotta get some sleep, so good luck with the bar. Okay. Interesting. There's a lot of clues going on here. Talk to the priest. I want to know if he knows any confessions so we could get out of him. Father Lacey, please share something happy with me. I need to talk to someone who is not confessing mortal sins. Do you have a favorite drink? That is like choosing my favorite hymn. Too difficult. Surely something speaks to you tonight. Indulge me. Takes a deep breath and eyes the shelves like he is poisoned, and they hold the antidote. You hold the rim of a glass like you're ready to serve. He taps his fingers along the bright wood of the bar and clicks his tongue once. It would probably be the night count that you serve here. It has a bitter aftertaste that resonates with me. Any reason? Much of life is bitter. Might as well embrace it. Mix the bitterness in with other ingredients which make it palatable. Alrighty then. Let's make your drink then. And then we can talk. Father makes me think of my vows, but priests are taught it is worse to abominate wine than to imbibe it. So I would choose the lesser sin. Okay, night count. I still love that the night count is bad. That's my favorite thing. Shake, 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 shake. Shake your drink up. Pour it out. Sip it up. Drink it all. Alright. Ooh, perfect mix. Yay! These drinks have really disturbed my equilibrium tonight. I should get back to the man. No! He's too drunk! Back to Vincent. Good evening. I wouldn't mind a sip of something after a long day of reading. Good evening, Mr. Floer. They say conversation is a dying art. Let's prove them wrong. What sort of drink? Something classy with red wine served over ice. Though feel free to experiment if inspiration strikes. Okay. And a lemon. I love sucking on the lemon afterwards. Got it. Okay. Let's do the bookshop. Wakabi Books has been there for over a decade now. Are you a fan of literature? I am. Never took you for the educated sort. A mistake on my part for sure. It is always nice to meet a fellow enthusiast. The book depositories in this district are in a shocking state. Nothing but grimy, lurid books, bestsellers, and nothing of note from local writers. I enjoy foreign literature, but I fear with how the publishing industry operates, it's hard to notice the books that were created in our towns. Wakabi has a thriving literature scene, but it's dying because of this influx of exotic, lightweight fiction. We both know I don't need to work, but a man has to have a hobby, and if that hobby is meaningless, then what's the point? Wakabi's golden age was once cultural. Music, books, opera, but now our industrial might swells while our souls shrivel. I might just be a lowly bookshop owner these days, but stocking this place with the books I love means the world to me. Does that make sense? It makes sense. Well, I'm glad we talked about this. Let's make him a drink. Okay, he likes red wine and lemon. That's got white wine. Let's see. Red wine, lime juice. Well, this has a mint leaf in it. This doesn't have lemon, though. Oh, but it's his favorite. So what am I doing? There we go. Beautiful. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. They say... Oh, yeah. What do you know of Natalie Reed? Looks down when you mention your name. He licks his lips, considering his next words carefully. I have been thinking back to when we met, briefly at my accountant's office. She was smart, charming, and she knew when to drop that stiff Wakabi formality and be a little more laid back with her clients. I know she liked to drink. My accountant complained that she turned up worse for wear once or twice, so I imagined temperance was an issue. It was also no secret to my accountant that Natalie struggled financially due to her stubborn gambling addiction. How she managed to finance it is a mystery. I suppose it makes sense that she'd frequent speakeasies after the prohibition. So, there really is a killer on the loose then? Apparently. Ghastly. I hope our customers tread lightly. Me too. Okay, let's see. He's a boy in a man costume, petty and unkind. I'm against cuffing a child around the ear. But if his mother had lifted a hand now and then, he might have grown up to be a decent human. Oh my gosh. His family name is a good one, which is why his bad behavior is a shock. Vandalism, theft, scuffles, also unnecessary when his family has just run into money. Killian is trouble, and those close to him need to show a firmer hand. He's certainly a bit of a brat. Taps the bar in annoyance. Typical of the Nove rich. They can buy everything but class. That goes especially for Killian. Anything else he can't obtain through money, he will attempt to obtain using less savory means. The boy doesn't understand the concept of the word no. Do that. I'm sure dissatisfied patrons have alerted the authorities on a few occasions, but I've met a fair few officers and even detectives in speakeasies. They think the laws don't apply to them. But I think the political climate has shifted. The Wakabi City Council has taken a harder line, and they may even be incentivizing officers to close more establishments. The economy may be booming, but the explosion of wealth is far from equitable. Speculators in the radio carriage and whale oil businesses are rolling in cash, but the public services, and the police in particular, are paid peanuts. The speculators climbed a ladder and pulled it up after themselves. Now they're making us fight each other for table scraps while looking down on us all legitimate business owners and police officers alike. There's a cadence to his voice that makes him sound cold and unemotional as he speaks. It's like he's rehearsed this topic, or maybe he's gotten sick of talking about it. Sigh, I'm rambling again, so let's change the subject. Look at the time. I simply cannot linger any longer. I've slept on the chaise lounge upstairs before, and my back did not thank me. Alright, we're actually going to end the day there. Okay, because we've got some more hints. We've got the lighter. We've got the syringe. Seeing Natalie speaking with Olivia. Alina and Elliot at the Hotel Spire. Okay. Right? Oh no. This is for her debt. Okay. Alright. Okay. Is that it? We don't have any connections yet. Huh. Let's try to do one more day. See if we get any more clues. Because I have 2 ideas right now. I feel like we should talk to more people. Let's talk to Killian. Bartender, we meet again. I need a drink. Please surprise me with something nice. I bet you hear all sorts of tittle-tattle in here. What's the subject of the day? We've already discussed all this. Okay. I want to try something new with him and see what happens. Just out of curiosity. It's got similar stuff to the other drink. It says surprise me, so why not? Got him too drunk. Okay. Talk to Alina. Evening, Alina. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Do I have anything? Yes, I do. Okay. Yes, get me drunk. Okay. I don't want to get you too drunk, though. There we go. And then we can ask some questions, hopefully. It looks so nice. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Delicious. Let's catch up on all the gossip. Alright. Anything you do in your spare time? I play competitive chess. I'm good at it, depending on who you compare me to. Maria and I have been chess partners since we were kids. Back then, we imagined that if we got good enough, we'd live the life of chess grandmasters. Play chess for trophies, live in hotels, go to parties, have crowds cheer our names. The reality is a lot of those events only pay when you win, and the entry fees are extortionate. Back in the day, we did overtime to afford the qualification fees. We'd be so exhausted from overtime that we'd never play our best. We'd scrap up enough money for one hotel room and pass out each night. Still had fun though. Ever win? I won a tournament a few weeks back. Maria got second place, so we both qualify for an upcoming national tournament. Maria doesn't know yet, but I'll be paying to take us both there. That's kind of you. It's our dream. I understand. Who are the people you came with? You know, I don't particularly like the Nove rich or the Oldo rich. Killian is sweet, but painfully innocent. Wendy has her moments. The only person I really want around me is Maria. Why do you socialize with them? What's so good about Maria? Because they're useful. The wealthy don't see us as people, we're tools. So, I've sort of adopted that mindset. But you're rich. You're not getting it. I was born poor. The stain stays with you. For Killian, he was born middle class, so he's closer to home. I might be wealthy now, but I didn't come into money through gem mining or property or an aristocratic aunt gambling. My father has money now, but all that means is that he has more to lose, and gamblers always lose in the end. If I don't ingratiate myself with these people, maybe even shack up with one of them, I will have nothing again. I'll be nothing to them. In the grand scheme, I'm a blimp, a momentary fleeting thing in these people's lives. I've got to hook them in, get them invested, and eventually probably marry one if I want to keep this lifestyle. I just wish I could, I don't know, trust them a bit more. Some of them are decent, I think, but I know where I came from, and I know I won't go back. That has to be my focus. That's quite the plan. I'm a chess player. Planning ahead is what I do. Still seems a bit cynical. You mean pragmatic. Seeing how quickly people changed the way they treated me the moment I got money left me a little jaded, I suppose. On good days, I think my new friends aren't like that. They're better than that. Wendy and Killigan might have more to them than I admit, but I still don't fully trust them yet. Fair enough. There's one more question. What brings you to a speakeasy? Can't expect a girl to spill all her secrets without loosening her lips a little first. With some chat, maybe a couple of compliments about my lovely new earrings and a few drinks. Let's get you drunk then. Okay. Let's end this conversation. And let's go talk to her. It has been quite the day for me. More negotiations, more drama, more rehearsals. Exhausting. Makes a woman crave a cold drink and a deeply comfortable chaise lounge. I can help with one of those. She presses her long fingers together. Her mouth is slightly agape as she leans in close. The maid girl, the one that works in the hotel, Clara, avoid her. She is what I would describe as trouble. I once saw her fighting with a known criminal, and not just any criminal either, one of those henchmen of a certain mob boss. Which mob boss? I shouldn't say, but it starts with a K and ends in an Arla, a dangerous woman and a threat to everyone. I like this establishment, and I quite like Vincent when he's sober. I wouldn't want Clara attracting trouble. She leans back in her chair. The serious look on her face now replaced with a serene smile. That's all I needed to say on the matter. I trust we understand each other. Interesting. This place must have been dull without me. What, if anything, have I missed? What sort of drink do you like? Something refreshing, fruity, and adventurous. Pirate Story is my usual go-to. Specific. I'm a specific sort of woman. Wow. I love a little story with my drink, and the pineapple undertones take away some of the bitter taste. What sort of story? Supposedly the original recipe was invented by none other than a pirate captain. Talk about a lucky crew. Interesting. This place must have been dull without me. What, if anything, have I missed? Well, let's make your drink. Okay. Pirate's Joy. Bam. Done. And then we shake, 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 and we pour it out, and we sip it up. That's just how we roll. I love the way they do this. It's very clever. Astonishing! Flawless, incredible, divine, absolutely brilliant use of everything. Inspirational, honestly. Did you ever meet Natalie Reed? I met her a few times while I drank at the Hotel Jubilee, before the Prohibition, obviously. Really? She also frequented the theater. I don't blame her. But what I do blame her for is all the noise. She would drink a lot during the intermission and occasionally cause a bit of a scene. Ah, I see. Her name did pop up now and then in conversations with my fellow socialites. She was an accountant who dealt with a lot of creative types, including my director. She would have been fired if she wasn't so popular with her clients. She formed strong bonds with them over strong cocktails. Interesting. Nonetheless, her death is a great shame. I should talk to Killian about her. I imagine he'd be on the suspect list. Killian loves a blonde. I should know. He tried to hit on you? I'm blonde, wealthy, easy on the eye, I have a pulse. I more than qualify for his affection. Interesting. Tell me about yourself. Bartender, I thought you'd never ask. I'm an actress, opera singer, budding radio host, etc. Oh gosh, there's so much. How did you learn to sing? I was born with talent, but I spent most of my youth on stages honing and developing my voice. My mother was also an opera singer, so I suppose she was my teacher in many ways. Okay. I've always been an actress. My parents raised me in the theater, so acting came naturally, as natural as breathing. Seems like quite the advantage. Theater is all nepotism. I've seen women almost as talented as me mangling clothes at the laundrette. If you think you're the first to tell me I benefited from my upbringing, I can assure you I already know. But I once saw a roof tiler who needed no ladder. He was 7 foot tall. We all have our advantages. Just because the rails were in place did not mean the locomotive was guaranteed to run. Many have the same truck ahead of them and never leave the station. Very interesting metaphors. My favorite subject. I'm so glad you asked. The radio is new and exciting. Olivia leans in, perking up in her chair. She wants to make sure that you're soaking up every word. Precisely. I've already been on the air as a guest, but my new show will be a bit of news, a bit of gossip, and most of all, an advice column all of my own. Wow. I think I can teach my listeners a great deal about poise, taste, tact, and how to live with just a bit more extravagance. I've noticed the younger generation, well, younger than me, have lost the gall that defined them. Why is that? That's a question for the scholars, those with minds sharper than mine. Although if I were to guess, I'd say it had something to do with how quickly Bokavi advanced in the last 30 years. Obviously, I was a child, nay, an infant, when the boom happened. From what I understand, there was such a sharp influx of money into Sara that we created an uneasy mix of industrial giants and lucky speculators flooding into the same social spaces as the established autocracy. Killian's parents are one of that crowd, and they are as tasteless as they come. They have the money and the power, but lack the graces, the decorum, the sense of permanence that we have. We? Well, figuratively speaking, Killian has the wealth of a sultan, but the demeanor of a grain store supervisor. Whoa, that was an insult. Though that's just my opinion, you'll hear me expound on my views more eloquently on air next week. She winks, taking a sip of the last of her drink. There's something about the shrewd look she gives you that catches you off guard. I suppose you'll need to listen in to learn more. Maybe. Let's do that one. Yes, I know him well. He's a priest. Does it seem strange that two people so different share the same speakeasy? Not particularly. Well, it's not my place to say, but I don't think he's keeping his vows if he's coming here. And he's such a drag, sitting there clutching his little drink. It's like looking at a child crying at their own birthday party. Oh my gosh, that's really sad. He was so stoic a few months ago. He's thoroughly morose now. I've asked him what's wrong, but he doesn't like to answer. It's not like I can tell anyone either. Oh yes, I keep seeing Father Lacey at the secret speakeasy we share. I hope he cheers up soon and goes back to his old self. He always has been a big old sack, but his droopy face is making the floor tiles sad. I wonder if someone confessed so he knows who killed the girl. Life's a risk, darling. Well, for some anyway. Not for me, not so much. Just for other people? That particular type of frown will give you some very deep-set wrinkles. If you must worry, though, save your worry for your own problems, not other people's. Look, I doubt this place will be discovered, and if it is, well, imagine the press. Olivia Carmine, thrown in the slammer, locked up, prison for life. Gosh, there would be riots for my release. You seem very confident. I'm kidding, obviously. No. I doubt I'll get more than a slap on the wrist if I'm caught. Makes sense. Heavens, would you look at the time? I should get going. Your tab. Right. So we finished that up. Okay. With Peter, right? Well, look who's still open. In a world of dwindling light, you're a beacon in the night. No, I said it again. Okay. Alright. Let's just make him a drink. Okay, what does he like yet? Oh yeah, we don't know what he likes. He likes coffee, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay. So this is one that's coffee, but although it's stronger, so I don't know if he really likes it stronger. That might be a problem. This career shift is starting to make sense. You have talent. Let's catch up, just like the old days. Yeah, there's nothing to know. Alright, I'm going to... Shows all collected clues. Should I show him something? You've seen me smoke. You gave me this lighter 5 years back when we hit up that train depot, and by gave, I mean I pocketed it when you wasn't looking. You stole it? He pulls out a basic disposable lighter. You recognize it immediately. You almost bought the cheapest ones. You notice it's still full of fluid. It's almost 5 years later. Did you quit? He cracks a smile, and you catch yourself looking at his dimples instead of his scar. Wish I did, but nah. I use matches these days, actually. Why? Because I'm a firm believer in luck, and this is my lucky charm nowadays, especially after what happened at the train depot job. I see. Did you ever try to quit? Many times. Look, I'm trying to cut down, but in this line of work, you gotta keep your nerves steady. What's with all these smoking questions? Just curious. Interesting. Let's end the conversation. I want to talk to this guy. The detective. Evening, barkeep. Evening. I'm prepared to answer any of your questions. Okay. Let's make his drink first. I shouldn't, but perhaps just one won't hurt. Okay. He's neutral about that one. He likes this one. It's one of my favorites. I just like the shape. The bat is so cool. Okay. What? Oh, he's too drunk. Damn. Let's see if we can get anything out of Vincent. 6 years old, so I was around when all the money started flowing into Sara. I was born in a little town that was swallowed up by the expanding city borders last year. But I feel like I'm babbling on now. What else do you want to know? Married? Once to Flora. But maybe we can talk about that when we know one another a little better. Aww. Let me make you a drink. Something timeless, please. Alright. go. And I think we'll end this day here. I think we're gonna have to do this in multiple parts because this is quite a long demo, actually. There's a lot to it. I like it. So we're gonna, like, do our clues, and that's where we'll end it. You know me too well. This is my absolute favorite. They say oh yeah, we're done there. Okay. So we're going to end the day. End the conversation. I don't think I have anything to, like, show her now. Okay. Let's end the day. Let's look at our clues. And then we need to figure out who we're going to show different clues to. Peter's matches. Okay. Wait, I wonder if they've had conversation. No? Okay. I do feel like he goes up with this. I know. We haven't actually figured that out yet, but I'm pretty sure. Okay. Alright. Okay. Well, I think this is a good stopping point, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I will be continuing this one, of course. It's obviously much longer than I was expecting, but I'm curious to see who the killer is, so we're going to continue investigating later.